Hey everyone, my name is Bryon Howard. I'm a Calgary realtor who has sold an average of a house a week since moving to this great city in 2003, and this is Calgary Living, Real Estate and Lifestyle. I'm interviewing Calgary's top performers as it relates to living and lifestyle in our great city. Some of the podcasts will be real estate decisions specific, but most will be about life in Calgary and why we choose to live here, or at least why you should visit. Thanks for tuning in. Folks, welcome to another edition of Living in Calgary. My name's Bryon Howard, and today I have on the show one of our great mayor candidates, Ian Chen. And am I saying the last name right, Ian?
Ian Chen. Yeah.
Great. Well, Ian, thank you so much for taking time from your schedule and coming on to the show. I welcome you and I embrace you and I honor you as as a citizen of our country, of our city, and striving for this role. I'm impressed by anyone who will give of themselves and work in this leadership capacity, for the good of all. Ian, tell me to start out with, how did you come to live in Calgary?
Actually, it was my choice. I migrated to Canada in 1987 after I married with my wife. But my sister had been here 5 years before us, and they had been living with her husband in Edmonton for 5 years. And suddenly, on the year of migration, really changed it to Calgary. We have to choose Calgary as our first resident. And then I was ready to go out to anywhere whenever I can get a job.
Mm-hmm.
So I was ready to go to Fort Mac or Edmonton, go back to my work in refinery. And because we did not like to carry on to do shift work, and then at that time the oil price was still low, I took up a 2-year course in Southern Alberta Institute of Technology.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing engineering, design, and drafting. And then after I graduated, within 1 month, I got a job in engineering. And it was being for a project in City Bonnybrook, which is a city project in a wastewater treatment plant and all this. And then also working in engineering firms all around Calgary and never leave the city.
Interesting. And so you've come to Calgary, and it sounds like around late 80s. And
1987.
1987. And what do you love most about Calgary?
I love the sunshine of the city.
Mm-hmm.
I came from a very equatorial climate country in Brunei, in Southeast Asia.
Richest country in the world, Brunei, or was at one point, isn't it?
Yes, it is one point the richest country in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I was also benefiting from that because we were given tax-free. Our income is tax-free. I managed to save some money when I come to, enough for me to buy a house to start with.
Mm-hmm.
And later on, my wife and I get into a normal job, like 8 to 5 job, no more shift work.
Right. Very good. Okay. And so you've been here quite a long time, and you've been a benefactor, I guess, in some ways, of the boom economy in Calgary and also the bust economy. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience in the boom bust economy of Calgary, how that has affected you, or has it at all? And I guess along that note, do you save for a rainy day?
Yes, I do. When the oil price was high, I was employed, but when the oil price died down, I was let go. At first, I was looking for a job, but ever since they know me, they like my work ethic. So whenever the oil price is coming up, I was the first one to be called back.
Mm.
So I think they recognize my work ethic. So I kind of take it easy. I was still looking for a job all the day, very keenly to tying to the job finding. I did looking for job every day.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, and then I know that sooner or later they will call me back.
Mm-hmm. Well, awesome. And I think you're sort of in retirement now. At one point, when in your early retirement, you were teaching Tai Chi, it sounds like, as a volunteer and as a paid instructor somewhat. How long since you retired? Or the first time, I suppose?
The year was 2016, November. Mm-hmm. That was about 2 or 3 months after the last city election. I had been preparing for this municipal politic job or whatever title for the past 10 years. And I have been living here for more than 34 years. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly of the city and other firms, engineering firms. Like when I came in here, they did not know how to pronounce my name. There was no celebration of Chinese New Year. And nobody knew much about Chinese. I think at that time, the Calgary was enjoying a very good boom time, although the oil price was lower, but not as low as right now.
Okay, very good. And so have you always thought about this sort of leadership position? Like, what's motivating you? What's your interest in being our mayor, our city leader?
I have 2 boys and 1 girl. I was able to have them completed their study in university. They are all in a medical field. The way I brought them up, I do not set up any rules for them. Now they are on a good ground. They are living on it by themselves. They are quite successful in a way. So in dealing with them, I think I am learning a lot from them. Like by dealing with 3 individual persons with 3 individual characters. This gives me some kind of how to deal with people. Like how to bring out the best of each person. When I come to be a mayor of Calgary, I think Calgary has been very good. The operation of the city has been very good. You need somebody like me to do the kind of fine tune to make them better.
Okay, super. And what do you believe the primary role of the mayor is?
I don't want to be the manager for everybody. There are different managers for different departments or different jurisdictions. I would be trying to inspire them. Like, what do they want when they come to work for the city of Calgary? Like, is it for the money only? Is it the paycheck only? There's something that inspires them to work for the people of Calgary. Because after all, the city is to service the people. We are not trying to tax the people.
Right. Okay, great. So you've been elected the mayor, and you're in the first day in the mayor's office. Who are you going to call to set up a meeting? I assume it won't be me, but who will you be calling that first meeting, first day in the mayor's office?
The first day, or I don't know, the first month, because I still have to spend some time to learn the in and out of the city operation. Maybe calling up to the former mayor, like whether he can agree to see me or not. Then I will learn from him, like what are the good and the bad, or what we can do together. And then before he leave for the office.
Very good. I posted out on my sort of social media platforms, hey, I'm having the opportunity to interview a few of the mayor candidates. What is something you'd want to know about your future mayor? And someone asked a question, and the question was, is there a reasonable or sensible alternative to market value assessment? I don't know how, and as a realtor in the city, and I'm very familiar with market value assessment, and I'm sure as a homeowner or a city resident, you are too. What's your experience with market assessments? And I guess it's really leading to taxes. Any thoughts on that question from one of my friends on social media?
The city is collecting our property tax based on the market value. I think that is quite fair in a way. It may be down, it may be up. So in boom time, our property value is going up. Then they tax me a bit more. But in bad time, our property value may be down. Hopefully, the property tax is going down as well. I think this is the way. Yeah,
we have to feed our city. I agree. It's interesting. And what about transit? Someone asked the question, should transit be free for students from kindergarten to university? Any thoughts on that?
The transit system for the student, they are being done by the education department. They are under the jurisdiction of the school. So they have school buses. The mayor be involved in this decision? I don't know. Like I seen a school bus provided for those students who wanted to go on bus.
Yeah, I was recently swimming at the University of Calgary. Now the pools are back open and enjoying that 50-meter pool. But what went there, we learned that the parking, actually one of my swimming friends is a University of Calgary student, and they spend $1,000 a year to bring a car to the University of Calgary for parking. I guess the question more comes from, if you're a university student, living at home, and let's just say, for example, in Auburn Bay or let's just say, Tuscany, would you be encouraging that student take public transport and well, should it be free? I don't have an opinion actually, but that was a question that one of my friends asked.
You mean like the student will be taking the bus free and then
As
so
opposed to to encouraging travel by bus versus maybe owning and using a car.
I think the university is providing some kind of in their school fees. There is a kind of pricing for the student, so it is lower than the public. Maybe if they want to go for free, that has to be think about like to see how it goes. Somehow there has to be some funding for the bus or the transit to operate on. Like they still have to go for the maintenance, the gas or electricity. So somebody got to pay for it. If the student do not pay for it, taxpayer will pay for it.
Right.
So somehow there must be unless the bus is running freely on the gas.
Good. Okay, great. And what are you passionate about in our city?
The energy, the energy of the city, the young people of the city. Like when I go to other places for vacation, for instance, I stopped over at Kelowna. I mentioned to somebody in a coffee shop. I said, I am going back to Calgary. The attendant was very surprised. He said, oh, I have been there. I have been working in Calgary. That is a very energetic city. I like the energy over there.
So, very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Very good. Yeah.
So, when I came back from China and landed in Vancouver and coming to Calgary, the moment the plane landed in the airport, you can see all the people, taking off their seatbelt and start to jump off the plane. They are so energetic and so enthusiastic to go for work.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but what languages do you speak? I know you speak at least 2 languages.
I speak Chinese, Mandarin. I can speak other dialect like Cantonese, Hokkien, and I speak a little bit of other language. It all depends on who I dated when I was young.
Oh, nice. Very good.
If I happen to date somebody I do not know how to speak with, I will ask a girl to teach me how to speak their language. So in this way, they are, our relationship is getting better and better.
Nice. Well, let me ask you that question then on how long since you had the opportunity to date a girl other than your current? I think you're married and you've been married for quite a long time. How many years have you been married?
34 years. The same time that we migrate in 1987.
Oh, wow. 34 years. So you got married when you were 12.
No.
You look so young. I'm just joking. How old are you, married? Future me, Ian.
In fact, I can consider I am on early retirement.
Yeah.
I think I am the oldest among all the 20 candidates.
Are you?
But people say I look the youngest.
I'm not surprised to hear that at all. How old are you? Are you 65?
I'm 64.
You're 64. Oh, okay. So I was pretty close.
But people say I look like 45 or 50 years old.
Yeah. You Chinese have that good blood, I think. A lot of you don't you?
No. Like I have been doing gardening.
Oh, you're a gardener.
I have a big garden. I mean, I convert almost every space in my backyard and front yard to do gardening, and I grew vegetables for our family. If any excess, I give away to my neighbors, to my friends.
Nice.
Even to you if you want.
I would like to be your neighbor. Maybe since I'm doing this podcast, I can get some of those vegetables that you've grown. That's awesome.
Yes.
Well, maybe on that sort of sustainability, how will you ensure that Calgary plays its part regarding emission reductions, and the clearly critical net zero target?
I have been working for oil and gas industry, and oil and gas is still in the ground of Alberta. There is no reason why we have to get rid of the oil and gas industry. As long as there is car running on a combustion engine and the airplane is flying with jet fuel, we are still using the gas. And Calgary has been very fortunate. The air quality has been very good compared to Los Angeles. We are having one of the cleanest air in the world. But I'm not saying that we can have a lot of room to pollute it. in my platform, I am trying to control the car pollution or vehicle pollution and the exhaust pollution and the noise pollution. I have somebody from Cambrian Heights emailing that they heard a lot of the vehicle noise in the middle of the night.
Mhm.
You know, I would not like it too. In fact, I will follow the police in Indonesia. Whoever get caught, the driver have to help to get the horse near the exhaust, and then for the duration of the testing to check on the exhaust and the noise. They are the one to go near the.
Wow, this is great.
I think that they can learn from it, and then hopefully they will not do it again.
Ian, as I said in the beginning, I want to keep this short to honor your time as well as our listeners' times. And we're kind of sort of coming up to that critical moment where we don't want to lose listeners. So just one more question. And then I'd like to ask you again, what your ask of our listeners could be, or what any ask that you may have. How about when people say, what part you're coming from I think more of an engineering background, so a science-based background. So my question to you would be, what part do you see the arts playing in society as we emerge from the effects of COVID? You know, our art scene in Calgary. Any thoughts on that? And what affects like maybe as the mayor and the leader of our city, do you have any thoughts on maybe our public art that we've been, I think, kind of doing really well on, my personal thought, but.
Okay, I myself, I am doing a lot of photography.
Mhm.
I doing the photography in the sunrise and the sunset. So I always post it to my friends in a WeChat group and a WhatsApp group. I can say, you see, for instance, this morning,
Oh, that's
this
gorgeous.
is the sunrise.
Nice.
This is the sunrise. So this is my garden.
Oh, tomatoes, they look great. Is that? Oh,
You see, this is the previous morning.
wonderful. You're
I do
an
the
early
sunrise.
riser. You're an early
Yeah.
riser. Is that when you
I'm
practice your Tai Chi?
Yes, I am doing Tai Chi, and I have been teaching Tai Chi before the pandemic.
Okay.
But now the class is closed, and when I become mayor, I will introduce more martial art class or study or lesson for the general public. And also, I will introduce the kind of public dancing,
Mhm.
like those they do in China, in the square, or in the city area, where the whole group of people were doing dancing in the public.
Wow.
I'm going to
I'll be there.
Yes, I'm going to introduce it to Olympic Plaza in the summer. In the winter, they can go into the city hall to do it. I think this is a good time for the boys and the girls to get know to each other. There is no point to do dating online, like most of the victims are girls falling into those, those people like look to one to make advantage of them. You see, by seeing face to face, by dancing together, by singing together, they can know each other, they can date each other, and they can get married if they want.
Of course. That sounds great. And so I guess kind of final, Ian, what's the best way for people to reach out to you? Are you on Instagram? What's the best way? And then after that, what are some of your asks of our viewers, of our audience?
Okay, if you check into the election Calgary, my email is there.
Mhm.
I have
Your
the
phone number.
Instagram,
Yeah.
the LinkedIn, and I have my phone. That if anybody wants me to get my information, I would provide them. And in 1 week's time, my website will be on.
Okay.
And somebody, a very good gentleman, like he is a award winner. He is trying to do it for me just because he liked me.
Nice. Well, we would like to share all the links in the show notes, and we'll do that.
Yes.
Do you have any last ask for our audience?
Some people think that is it the very crucial moment that I should win for the city to get into the mayorship. I say this is not a life or death situation. Like I am trying to my best to give my best for the city of Calgary.
It's very generous of you. I
Yes.
really appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes, if I win, that is the wisdom of the people. But if I lose, it is the people's loss.
Mm-hmm. And agree entirely. That's great. Well, Ian, thank you so much for being on the show. We
Yes.
appreciate your standing up for our community and your interest in being a leader for our city. And I'm wishing you all the best. I don't envy you in this campaign. I think it must be quite challenging. And I guess I just wish you happiness and success, and enjoy the process. And
Yes.
may the outcome be successful for you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bryon.
Okay, Ian, thanks so much. And we are over and out.
Okay. Thank you.